Mushrooms are cool too.
I completely forgot. I did them at Disneyland once. That was amazing.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that was a good trip. Well, then it started to get bad when people started to ask me for pictures. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, no, that's really killed me. Too many people.
Like
no!
when I was on the rides, I was having a great time. And then, and then somebody came up to me with like a bunch of kids. Like, I was like, oh, my God, now you're fucking up my high.
Fuck off, kid.
That sounds like a nightmare. Welcome everybody to another episode of Hotboxin with Mike Tyson. I'm Eben, Britton.
And I'm Mike Tyson.
There he is.
Yeah.
Obviously.
How are you, my dude?
I'm doing really awesome. What do you think about our guest this time?
I think we got a great guest.
Yeah.
I think I might have offended her earlier by saying I grew up watching her show.
Well, when you said that, I imagined like a little kid growing up. So then I was like, wait,
22.
how old are you?
kid.
I'm like, are you just a giant? Or?
I'm a big kid. Fantasy Factory with Rob Dyrdek.
Yes.
Yeah, she's been around Rob for a long time.
Yeah, it has been a long time. It's crazy. Really crazy. I didn't think I don't even know.
Signed, did Lil Wayne sign you to a record deal?
Yes. And
tell me about that. Come on.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about that, to be honest.
Hell
yeah. This is the thing.
Let's talk about that.
I did music my whole life, and I kind of got discovered by Rob through MySpace. I was trying to get discovered by a record label, somehow got discovered by Rob. So then that's how I ended up on the shows. And I just, I stayed on the shows, and what I've always wanted to do, though, is music. So I stayed doing my thing, pursuing my music, and through some connections, I met Lil Wayne, and he really liked my music, and I was supposed to be with Young Money, that's a whole other long story, but yeah, so
we got time.
There was, well, basically, I was with Wayne, he co-signed me, and then some things with him and Birdman happened, like right after that, and then that put a lot of things on hold with the Young Money record label, so that put things on hold with me, essentially. But I stayed doing my thing, and I've been putting out, song after song since.
Really?
Yes.
Where can people check your music out? Anywhere music is available?
Everywhere. all of the streaming
iTunes.
Platforms, yes.
Awesome.
Tidal, Amazon, wherever you like to listen to music, you can find it.
Okay, Chanel?
Who's going to be your first rap beef?
That's a funny question. I don't know.
Maybe Mike wants a little.
He has one.
Mike's
That's
good.
why I was like,
okay.
unless you want to
sometimes
switch.
Mike likes to double fist.
No pun intended.
Mike.
Yes.
You were just on Ridiculousness.
Yes.
What's Ridiculousness all about, man?
Man, listen, to me, it's me, my opinion only.
Yeah.
It's about a guy being high, going on there and having a ball.
Yeah? Was that your episode, or that's just what Rob Dyrdek does?
No, that's what
Rob.
did.
I don't think Rob doesn't even smoke.
Rob's sober. Clean as a whistle.
Yep, clean as a whistle.
That's why he's so funny.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm funny too. I smoke, but I don't smoke before I go on Ridiculousness though.
No? Oh,
because my eyes get too small, and then I think I don't look as pretty. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
trying to look my best, so I don't smoke before I film.
That's that paranoia.
No doubt, man. Let it go.
You gotta try the toad, let it go.
Try the toad, let it go, baby.
Have you
That's
done DMT?
it.
No, she would never do that.
DMT, no.
DMT?
No. That type of stuff I can't do. No.
Mushrooms?
Mushrooms, yeah, but like I can't. Like I'm a small person, so like anything other than weed makes me just trip out too hard.
Where are you from?
Yep. From the Valley.
Yeah? What
Yeah.
part? I went to high school and middle school in Burbank.
Oh, okay. I went on the other side of the valley. I went to Portola and Taft.
Okay, cool.
I know Taft, and that's in Woodland.
Yeah, Woodland Hills.
Yep.
Taft. Good football team.
Yeah, I went to school with like a lot of people who became star
probably
players.
a bunch of guys that played in the league right now. Are you a Texans fan?
Well, I am now. My family is a really big Texans fan. So,
interesting.
Yeah, my cousin Ashley's husband was like, I don't know, 5th generation, like Clemson. And Deshaun Watson used to play for Clemson.
Okay,
So they went on to become Texan fans because of him. And they saw that he was on Ridiculousness. And so ever since that episode, I've been asked about him nonstop and being introduced. And my little cousins, I just like kind of wanted to make their dream come true, which I did. So I brought them to the game.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Dope as hell.
That's a great thing about Ridiculousness is meeting cool people like Mike Tyson, Deshaun Watson, and getting to, connect my family with like their fans and stuff. I've got to do that a lot through that show. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Zach, how are you doing?
Great, man. A little stoned,
Yeah?
a little high.
Talk to us about that.
I had some paperwork in the office earlier, so I had to get my
Take a
mind right
load off.
afterward.
Yeah, good, man. Take a
Yeah.
break in the podcast.
Yeah.
Do a little hotboxing, chill
Yeah.
out, have a conversation. Chanel, what's your take on cannabis?
My take on cannabis overall.
Yeah.
I definitely think that some people really need it. It's definitely medicine. You know, growing up, I was the kid that was always in trouble for talking too much, being disruptive in class, and I believe I had ADD.
Something was wrong. Huh?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a naturally like really hyperactive person, and I feel that it levels me out. You know what I mean? And once
Yeah.
weed came into my life, I'm not gonna lie, I think it made me have more friends because I might talk too much without it. So I might have been annoying if I never started smoking. But yeah, I think it's like people like me need it. Like I get anxiety, I'm like I smoke, and then I'm like the chillest person ever. You know? So and it helps me sleep because, like I said, I'm so hyper. Like if I didn't smoke, like I go to bed really late, and then I'll still wake up really early, and like I need my sleep, obviously. So it helps with that. And I think that there's a lot of people like me who like it's meant for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah, absolutely.
We agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Smoke weed every day.
When were you first introduced to it?
When I was like 11 or 12.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm from LA, like
I
this
know.
is a weed state, so
No
people
doubt.
smoke here at a young age.
No doubt.
I always was like a stoner, but I never got into drinking. And I remember in high school, everybody's like sneaking alcohol and drinking and getting drunk, and it was always the people that were drinking that did the really stupid shit, got into car accidents, got DUIs underage,
Right.
got pregnant at a young age.
Right.
Like I was the one who I fell asleep at 10 because I was high. You know what
Wow,
I'm saying? I
yeah.
remember I missed like 2 New Years in a row because I was so high. So it's like it kept me out of trouble.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? It's like it's a chill thing. I think they have those funny commercials where it's like people do these like
Yeah.
stupid ass things, and that's not how it
Is
is.
your brain on drugs?
I think whenever you're high, you actually think of things slower paced. Whenever
Right.
you're drunk, you're just like do whatever because everything's okay when you're drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mike, what do you think, man?
Psychedelics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mike's been really, really into the toad, man. I think this guy's going to be taking trips down to the Amazon pretty soon. What do you think, dude?
It's a possibility, but I got my own shaman already.
I know you do.
Yeah.
You do. And you got one of the best in the world.
Dr.
dude.
Jerry.
Yeah, I love Dr. Jerry.
He's the man.
He is
I
the
watched
man.
him last night on television looking at the documentary of the toad.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're starting to educate yourself.
Yeah.
You're in now, bro.
Hey, isn't that crazy that he didn't watch any of the documentaries before? He's like, okay. And
He was like,
afterwards,
yeah, I want to do it.
I would have never did it if I watched the documentary.
Really?
Yeah.
You would have said, fuck that?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
I don't know, because the guys were freaking out and stuff.
Oh, who were taking it?
Yeah.
But since you had that first time,
Yeah, that was awesome.
were you really freaked out right in the beginning? In the times you've done it after, have you been freaking out at all?
No, I've been having a good time.
You're just
Wait, are you
totally-
talking about the ayahuasca thing?
this? Well,
What are you talking about?
yes, we're talking about the toad medicine.
Okay, what's that? Is
So
that
the toad is, we had this guy, Dr. Jerry, come in, and the toad is 5-Meo Dmt. So it's the same active ingredient that's in ayahuasca, but it's like a step above. So they call DMT the spirit molecule. They call 5-Meo Dmt the God molecule because it takes you right to the source.
Okay.
And it helps people dealing with addiction. It cures depression and anxiety and all of this stuff because it really shows you a lot of your trauma, and it helps you put your life into context, and you get a great understanding of, we are all one, we're all together, connected. It releases all of your trauma and you're able to let go, right, Mike?
Absolutely.
Oh, that sounds crazy.
And so
Oh, it is crazy. You die, you can get reborn.
you go through an ego death, is what they all say. So you have an ego death. And that's really what is so scary for people, because it dissolves any idea that you have of who you are supposed to be or who you think you're supposed to be. And it shows you your true self. And that's really a beautiful thing Don't you think, Mike?
Oh, it was really awesome experience.
But it can be really scary, and that's why people say,
I wonder if I could handle it, honestly, because like
Do it.
all those type of things make me trip out. Like even I did shrooms the first time by accident. It was on some pizza at a party. I just ate the pizza because I had the munchies and it had shrooms on it.
Oh shit,
So
that's fucked up.
Yeah,
dude.
it was. But at first it was really fun, and then it started to be like a bad trip, and it was like, I'm like, I don't want to do shit like that, you know? Like I don't know.
At what point did you realize, oh fuck, I must have ate mushrooms?
Well, this is how, because some guy in the kitchen was like,
fuck.
he was like, oh, he's like, you took the shroom pizza, and I was like, what do you mean? Like I was like,
Yeah, see, that would be
didn't-
really scary.
yeah, and so he kind of like pointed it out, and he thought I was like eating it on purpose, and I was just eating pizza to eat pizza, and
Yeah, I did that one time. I ate
At a party
250
in-
milligrams of edibles.
50 milligrams?
I would just fall asleep
250.
after that.
Oh man,
No, thank
the guy
you,
told
bro.
me. I asked the guys like, "Does this got any THC?" He's like, "No." And so I'm like, "Oh, I'm going around this party passing out these cookies." I'm like, "You gotta eat these cookies; they're so good. Oh, just CBD." And I went to that guy, and he's like, I went to give him one, and he's like, "Oh man, these edibles are so good." He's like, 50 grams. I was like, 50 grams per one. I was like, dude, I've ate 5. Oh man, I was freaking out, dude. It's the worst trip I've had.
I
That's
hate
so
that
funny.
Way
so
too
much.
much.
That is the worst feeling in the world.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Got me.
It's a lot.
Mushrooms are cool too.
Yeah,
He said mushrooms are cool too.
Mushrooms are really great. I think that it's all about set and setting, though.
Oh yeah,
You know.
actually, I completely forgot. I did them at Disneyland once. That was amazing.
Great.
Yeah, that was a
Really?
good trip. Well, then it started to get bad when people started to ask me for pictures. I was like, oh shit.
Oh no, that's really killed me. Too many
Yeah,
people.
like
no,
when I was
stop.
when I was on the rides, I was having a great time, and then
Yeah.
and then somebody came up to me with like a bunch of kids, like, Chanel, can we get a picture? And I was like,
that
like, I was
sounds
like,
like
oh
a
my god,
nightmare.
now you're fucking up my high.
Fuck off,
Yeah,
kid.
that sounds like a nightmare.
He said, fuck off.
I would not want to do shrooms at Disneyland. Fuck no.
Yeah, no, it was fun until then.
I definitely could not do shrooms before Disneyland. That would
No,
be
you
way
could
too
trust me.
much.
It made like all the kid rides become the fun. Like they have like all these like really slow, just colorful rides. Like it's like the Pinocchio one, like
You
rides
could
that
be on the toad and be on the ride. You'd be fucked up.
no, like the
Yeah.
type of rides that sober we'd be like, oh my gosh. I can't believe I have
This
to
is
sit
lame.
through this. But when you're on shrooms, it's like, this is amazing. Like, yeah.
In my head, I'm picturing you in there that ride with a bunch of little kids, and they'd be like, "What's this adult doing with us? What is she? Why is she so excited?"
What's it like to be an anomaly? Do you get a lot of shit? Do you?
Yeah,
are
it's
people really
definitely
accepting?
hard. Well, it's really hard. Obviously, I feel like, there's a lot more men
Yeah,
rappers
no
than
doubt.
female, first of all. And I think just as a female, forget being white, that's a whole nother thing. But
Sure.
as a female, I think that we don't stick together enough. Like
Mm-hmm.
the guys, they're all homies. They all collab with each other. They're like, well, it's
Right.
like all the guys act like a family, and the girls are more like competitive about it.
Right.
So with the girls, it's like they don't come together as much. So I feel like that's why we're not as strong of a unit. And I keep trying to preach like, hey, come together, girls, and then maybe we'll be able to make more of an impact.
Maybe they don't know how to.
Yeah, girls are
that.
just very insecure, and they don't know how to put their guard down and team up with other girls and know that it's not a competition. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that as a girl, it's harder because I think we compete with each other a lot more than the guys do. You know what I'm saying?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What about throwing Mike on a track?
Do you rap?
1, 2 in the
Yes.
house.
Let's go.
Yes, dude.
Have
come
you ever
on.
have you ever done music?
Yeah, I'm no rapper.
That would be really dope, though.
That would be.
Shine out West Coast. the
Yes.
most.
Yes. Why not, dude? And then
You
Chanel
were feeling
comes in.
good one day. I was watching you on some, I don't know, TMZ, and you were rapping one day coming out of a club.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
somebody got knocked out behind you. Or
Oh my
something?
god, that was my
God.
homie. I felt so
Tell me
bad.
about that. What was that about?
I was so
And you didn't
focused.
care.
I was so focused in the
You didn't
moment.
care. You was in the moment rapping. Somebody gets knocked out. She still raps.
And my homie, well, this is what happened. So my girlfriend was next to me, and I guess a drunk guy tried to like grab her butt, and my homie was dating her. And so when the guy tried to grab her butt, he got mad at him. Was like, "Yo, like back up." And I don't know what's going down behind me because I'm so fucked. I'm like
Yes,
a
I
little
noticed.
tipsy, doing my rap to the camera.
Just a little tipsy, huh?
And this dude just hit my boy behind me, and I didn't see it until I saw it on camera. I felt so bad for him.
What the heck is that all about?
It was messed up. I
When
felt
did you
bad.
realize what happened?
After I heard about it was on TV.
When she watched
You didn't
TMZ.
know?
No, because literally it was one of those nights, everybody,
Listen, she was
everybody's
into
drunk
herself.
in the
1, 2,
moment.
3
like,
in the house.
Hey, you're just feeling yourself.
Ring that bell.
and then we like separated right after that. And so then the next day, everybody's like, dude, did you see what happened? I was like, what? He got hit behind me? I didn't even know.
No, you didn't.
Were you just like rapping it on your way into a
Yeah.
car?
No, I was leaving the club and like TMZ saw me and they were like, of course,
Well, where can people check you out now? What are you up to? What's your latest thing?
Well, I got a lot of new music dropping in the new year, so I
Awesome.
want to get people excited for what I got coming. It's going to be a new song I got coming out called Sharon Stoned.
Ooh,
And-
Sharon Stone.
Yes, it's going to be really dope. So that's going to be dropping in February.
Awesome.
Yes, it's for all my stoners, obviously, with the song title like Sharon Stoned. So
iTunes, everywhere.
yeah, it's gonna be everywhere.
Awesome.
So that's my next single coming out, and then my album's gonna come out right after that. Obviously, another season
How
of
many followers
Ridiculousness.
you have?
I have on Instagram, I have like 3-something million, and then
Okay.
on Facebook, I have like 5 million something. Yeah, like I have a lot.
Shoot.
Big outreach.
Yeah,
Okay.
trying to get more, but
What are you on?
I don't think I'm posting enough ass pics. I don't know.
Fuck all that. man.
That's a good picture.
No,
So-
like it's crazy. I feel like that's what it's kind of become. So it's terrible. I'm like Instagram's become like pornogram, but
Well, keep doing your thing.
thank you.
And
I'm
what-
going to.
Chanel West Coast on Instagram?
Yes, Chanel West Coast everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
You got a
YouTube.
website or anything?
I am ChanelWestCoast.com
Awesome.
because somebody stole ChanelWestCoast.com.
Oh, no.
Fuck them.
And they're like in like some little random country like outside of Russia. I'm like, what do you need Chanel West Coast for?
Yeah, what are you? And they're doing nothing with it?
Nothing. I don't know.
Damn it.
Who knows?
Gonna sell it.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Well, it was really awesome having you today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I
Really
appreciate
good
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you for coming. Zach, thanks for
Hey guys,
Hanging out.
always fun to be in here with you guys.
you're the man. Come in anytime.
Thanks.
You too, Chanel.
Thank you. I will.
Thank you for the
this building
freestyle.
smells amazing right when you walk in. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Come
like-
you smell the chronic?
yes,
Good.
yes. It's a place I'd like to hang out for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, come anytime. I'm sure we'll get you hooked up with some good cannabis products.
I would love
Big
that.
time.
Thank you.
And until next time, everybody, Mike, great show, man.
Hey, I think it was awesome.
All right. I'm Eben Britton.
I'm Mike Tyson. We're out of here.
Yep.
Peace.
Dope.
Out of here.